Welcome back to Coin Explorer. Today, we're about to dive deep into one of the most iconic coins in American history, the Lincoln Cent, with a special spotlight on the modern 2016 1-cent coin. At first glance, it may look like an ordinary penny, the kind you might find jingling in your pocket or lying forgotten at the bottom of a drawer. But when we take a closer look, we discover that this small copper-plated coin carries a fascinating story, one that connects more than a century of U.S. history, art, politics, and the everyday lives of millions of Americans. By the end of this video, you'll see why the Lincoln Cent is not just another coin. It's a story in metal, and the 2016 issue is one of the latest chapters in a saga that began back in 1909. So, let's begin our journey into the world of the Lincoln Cent. The story begins in 1909, a very important year in American history. It marked the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, is remembered as the man who preserved the Union during the Civil War and issued the Emancipation Proclamation, which began the process of ending slavery in America. To honor Lincoln's legacy, the U.S. Mint decided to place his portrait on the 1-cent coin. This was groundbreaking. Up until then, U.S. coins had typically featured symbols like Lady Liberty rather than real historical figures. Putting Lincoln on a circulating coin was not only a tribute to him, but also a major cultural shift. The design was created by Victor David Brenner, a sculptor whose initials VDB famously appeared on the reverse of the first 1909 Lincoln cents. His design showed Lincoln in profile on the obverse, while the reverse displayed two wheat stalks, a design now known as the wheat penny. The Lincoln wheat cent was struck from 1909 to 1958, becoming one of the most collected U.S. coins of all time. The Lincoln cent has gone through several major design changes over its long history. 1. 1909 to 1958. The wheat cent reverse featured two wheat ears, symbolized agricultural prosperity. Collectors still treasure key dates like the 1909 SVDB and the 1914 D. 2. 1959 to 2008. The Lincoln Memorial Cent. In 1959, to celebrate Lincoln's 150th birthday, the reverse was redesigned to feature the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. Designed by Frank Gasparro, it was instantly recognizable and remained on the penny for nearly 50 years. 3. 2009. Bicentennial Designs. For Lincoln's 200th birthday, the Mint issued 4 different reverse designs showing scenes from his life: his Kentucky log cabin birth, his formative years in Indiana, his professional life in Illinois, and his presidency in Washington, D.C. 4. 2010 to present. The Union Shield Cent. Beginning in 2010, the cent's reverse featured the Union Shield, designed by Lyndall Bass and engraved by Joseph Mena. The shield symbolizes Lincoln's role in preserving the Union. This is the design still in use today, and the one seen on your 2016 penny. Now let's zoom in on the 2016 1-cent coin itself. On the obverse front, we see the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner back in 1909. To the left is the word Liberty. Above Lincoln's head is the national motto, "In God We Trust." The date 2016 appears to the right, along with the mint mark, if present. On the reverse, back, we see the Union Shield, a strong symbol of the nation's unity. Across the shield is a scroll with the words 1 cent, declaring its denomination. Above is the Latin phrase e pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one. Around the rim is the legend United States of America. The shield design reflects Lincoln's most enduring achievement, his leadership in keeping the United States united during its most dangerous period, the Civil War. The 2016 Lincoln Cent is made primarily of zinc, with a thin copper plating. Specifically, it is 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper. This composition has been used since 1982, when rising copper prices forced the mint to switch from nearly pure copper to copper-plated zinc. The coin weighs about 2.5 grams, with a diameter of 19 millimeters. Though small, it's instantly recognizable around the world as the penny. In 2016, the U.S. Mint produced billions of Lincoln cents across its facilities, mainly in Philadelphia and Denver. The massive mintages mean that most 2016 pennies are still very common today. You could easily find one in your pocket change. However, as collectors know, even common coins can have interesting varieties, errors, and high-grade examples worth saving. One of the most exciting aspects of collecting modern pennies is searching for errors or unusual varieties. While the majority of 2016 cents are ordinary, some may display die cracks, small raised lines on the coin, off-center strikes where the design is misaligned, double dies, though rare, where parts of the design appear doubled. High-grade, uncirculated coins, especially those graded MS-67 or above, which can be valuable to collectors. This treasure hunt aspect makes the penny fascinating even today. The 2016 penny is more than just a tiny piece of metal. It's a daily reminder of Abraham Lincoln's legacy. The obverse connects us to Lincoln's life and leadership, while the reverse reinforces his greatest achievement, preserving the Union. Even though inflation has reduced the coin's purchasing power, its symbolic power remains enormous. Every time Americans use or collect a penny, they hold a small tribute to one of their greatest presidents. For collectors, the Lincoln cent is a gateway coin. Many people start their numismatic journey by saving pennies, filling penny folders, hunting for wheat cents, or looking for rare dates. The 2016 issue, though common, is still part of that long tradition. Collectors may set aside shiny, uncirculated examples or look for varieties. Over time, such coins become part of larger sets that tell the entire story of Lincoln cents from 1909 to the present. Here are some fascinating facts that make the penny even more interesting. The Lincoln cent is the longest-running design in U.S. coinage history. More than 300 billion Lincoln cents have been minted since 1909. Lincoln was the first real person ever featured on a regular U.S. coin. The phrase, "In God We Trust," first appeared on the 1864 2-cent piece, but became more widespread with Lincoln's cent. Although many people say pennies cost more to make than they're worth, they remain a powerful cultural symbol. When it comes to value, the truth is simple. Most 2016 Lincoln cents are worth just 1 cent in circulation. However, coins in pristine condition, especially those graded by professional services at very high mint state levels, can be worth more to collectors. Error coins and unique varieties can also command premiums. The important part is that these coins are accessible to everyone. Unlike rare ancient coins or expensive gold pieces, the Lincoln cent is a coin that anyone can collect, enjoy, and learn from. Even in an age of credit cards and digital payments, the penny endures. Some argue it should be discontinued, but many Americans feel a strong emotional connection to it. It represents history, tradition, and Lincoln's memory. It also sparks curiosity in new collectors. For children, finding a shiny penny can be their first step into the world of numismatics. And that's why even a common coin like the 2016 Lincoln cent can have extraordinary meaning. And that wraps up our deep dive into the 2016 Lincoln cent, shield reverse. From its origins in 1909 to its modern role today, the Lincoln cent tells a story far bigger than its tiny size suggests. It's a tribute to Abraham Lincoln, a symbol of American unity, and a beloved collectible for generations. If you enjoyed this exploration, make sure to like this video, subscribe to Coin Explorer, and hit the notification bell so you never miss our latest discoveries from the world of coins. Remember, every coin has a story, and here on Coin Explorer, we're here to tell it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.